Hello, my name is Devanshi Singh and I'll be presenting my paper Impact of Using Partial Gate Energy Images for Human Recognition by Gate Analysis in the Third International Conference on Data Science, Machine Learning and Applications IDCSMLA 2021 under the guidance of Professor K.T. Thomas. In this presentation, we'll be covering the motivation, problem statement, literature review, objectives, methodology, results, conclusion, and future work. Motivation. Gait analysis is a behavioral biometric that classifies humans based on how they walk and other variables involved in the forward movement. Gait recognition is one of the most active areas of research, and recognition has been advancing throughout the years. Gait analysis and recognition is used in various sectors like computer vision, machine learning, biomedical, forensic, and research work. It can be used for identification of a human in public or for identification of diseases or sport injuries in athletes. To increase the accuracy in human recognition, many researchers devised models focused on full body features using known algorithms. Problem statement. We have attempted to comprehend the significance of the upper portion of the body in gait analysis for human recognition. The data for this study came from the CASIA dataset, which was donated by the Chinese Academy of Sciences Institute of Automation. We began by extracting the gate energy image from the dataset and employing principal component analysis to minimize the dimensionality. For classification, random forest support vector machine and convolution neural network algorithms are implemented to recognize the human subjects. This paper provides experimental results to show the accuracy attained when classification is done on GEI of full body images is higher than the accuracy attained when classification is done on GEI of the lower portion of the body only. It also shows the significance of the GEI of the upper portion of the body also. Literature review. Liang Wang uses an efficient gait recognition algorithm which is based on spatial temporal silhouette analysis. Supervised pattern classification is then used for human recognition. Khalid Bashir developed both supervised and unsupervised feature selection to extract the most relevant and information features from gait energy image for human identification. In average gait differential image based human recognition, the author uses average gait differential image for silhouette difference based gait recognition. The author further compares the presentation of variation of silhouettes during walking using GEI and AGDI. The author of the paper Deep Learning Techniques for Improving Digital Gait Segmentation utilized dilated convolution to solve the challenge of accurate gait event identification. The author A.S. Alharthi has developed artificial neural network topologies for gait identification in humans. The results were analyzed and it was determined that CNN outperforms shallow learning models in classification based on gait recognition. In 6, the author Rahil Meherzi employed a deep neural network to identify patients' gait representation as healthy, having Parkinson's disease, post-stroke patients, and patients with orthopedical difficulties. Objectives. To understand the performance of the model in human recognition for partial GEI. To compare the accuracy attained when classification is done on GEI of full body images to the accuracy obtained when classification is done on GEI of the lower portion of the body only. To show the significance of the GEI of the upper portion of the body in gait biometrics. Methodology. In this study, we have used the Chinese Academy of Sciences CASIA dataset B, which contains 124 subjects, and the gait data was captured from 11 views, where each view contains 10 images. 3 variations, namely view angle, clothing, and carrying condition changes separately considered. Over here we can see in the image that in the first image the person is walking normally. In the second image the person is walking with a bag, and in the third image we can see the person wearing a coat. Gait energy image. The dynamic and static information of gait sequence are contained in the gait energy image. The look and the shape of the human body are examples of static information, while frequency and phase variations are examples of dynamic information. Here is the GEI of the full body, lower portion of the body, and the upper portion of the body. The white portion of the image represents the static information of the GI, and the gray portion of the body represents the dynamic information of GI. Principal component analysis. Because we are dealing with 13,592 GIs, the complete body GI has 240 into 240 features, whereas the lower and the upper portion of the body has 120 into 240 features for each image. We lower the dimension of these photos in order to implement the classification algorithms on them. Reducing the dimension of the characteristics preserves the key features while lowering the computing load. We use the principal component analysis technique to minimize the dimension of the features while keeping the variance ratio at 0.99. Random forest. The training subset of the GI features from the complete body and lower portion of the body and the upper portion of the body is taken, and the features are reduced to a variance ratio of 0.99 using principal component analysis. The random forest model is fine-tuned before being trained on the training subset, and the accuracy for predicting the classification of the testing subset is recorded. Random forest is one of the most popular supervised classification models, and it produces promising results. Support vector machine. The training subset of GEI features from the complete body, the lower portion of the body and the upper portion of the body is taken, and the features are reduced to the variance ratio of 0.99 using PCA. Support vector machine models are fine-tuned and generated using the kernels linear, RBF, poly, and sigmoid. They are then trained using the training subset, and the accuracy for predicting and the classification of the testing subset is documented. Because of its high performance, SVM is the most widely used algorithm for gait analysis. Convolution neural network. Keras and TensorFlow are used to process a training subset of GI features of the complete body, the lower portion of the body, and the upper portion of the body. The data is enhanced using image generator by changing the rotation range, width shift range, height shift range, shear range, zoom range, and horizontal flip. The training subset is then used to train, and the accuracy for predicting and the classification of the testing subset is documented. CNN, which is often used for image classification, also generates high accuracy. The CNN model is implemented with batch size ranging from 16 to 64 and epoch sizes ranging from 20 to 200, after which the best batch size and epoch are chosen to produce the best accuracy. Results. The CNN model takes most of the time as it is implemented on the batch size of range 16 to 64 and epoch size 20 to 200, after which the optimal batch size and epoch is selected that produces the highest accuracy. We ran the model on the full body, the lower portion of the body, and the upper portion of the body and documented the results and selected the best accuracy. On implementing the random forest, support vector machine, and convolution neural network models for classification on GEI of full body, lower portion of the body, and upper portion of the body, we get the highest accuracies obtained on the GI of the full body than the GI of the lower portion of the body or the GI of the upper portion of the body, as we can see from the chart and the accuracies mentioned in the table. Conclusion and future work. We have finished our research on the impact of removing the upper body part from GEI images used for gait analysis human recognition. Utilizing three of the most well-known algorithms for human detection using gait biometrics, random forest, support vector machine, and convolution neural network, the study was successfully conducted. The accuracy of the result obtained for the whole body GIs and partial GIs are compared. Result clearly showed that the upper portion of the gait energy image has a considerable contribution in the recognition of humans using gait analysis. This demonstration is used to understand that the partial GI can also be used to achieve great recognition rates. Future work. This research can be advanced by breaking the silhouette into several segments and determining which combination of the portion generates the best result, utilizing gait biometrics to determine which body region contributes to the human recognition. Although both complete body and lower body GIs might be employed for the same goal, this study found that upper body GI contributes more to the human recognition utilizing gait analysis. In fact, in real time settings such as crime scene video, even if we are unable to gather clear full body GIs due to obstructions from other objects, we can use the partial GI and do the analysis and recognize with high accuracy using partial body GIs. These are the references that I was mentioned in the beginning. Thank you.